What's good, YouTube? This is the only big green YuGiOh, and I'm back again with another deck profile. And this deck profile is of May 2002 format, or Yugi Kaiba format, and this is of my burn deck for that format. Getting into it, I play 1 Summon Skull. I'm tempted on moving this guy up to 2, but I'm not too for sure yet, because he does put a lot of damage out on the board. 3 would be way too much though, so you could play this guy at around 1 or 2. Next up, the triple Lajin. Lajin, of course, at this time was the highest attack point monster that you could normal summon without needing a tribute. So, of course, you're going to want to play 3 of this guy. He puts up some damage on the board again, like Summon Skull. So you don't really have to rely on your burn spells as much as you would want to. And then I play a little small of a wall engine. Of course, you're playing the triple Giant Soldier Stone. He's arguably the best wall in the format that doesn't have an effect. He has the highest attack of any wall with 1,300, and then he's tied with the highest defense for 2,000. And then onto the literal wall of the format, the triple Wall of Illusion. This card, of course, is very good because whenever it's attacked into, it bounces the monster back to the hand, and it has 1850 defense. So it's very, very hard to get over just by normal means. You would need something like a Summon Skull or just one of the tribute summon monsters of the format. You can't really get over it with the Lajin. You would need something like a Reinforcements to get over it with, like Lajin, Neo, or a Battle Ox. And I'm sorry for the damage on this copy. And then on to the last 2 monsters of the deck. First off, the triple Man-Eater Bug, flip, destroy a monster on the field. And then the final monster of the deck, the double Hain. I'm thinking about cutting 1 Hain down to up the Summon Skull to 2. So I might make that change. But for now, I am just playing the 2 Hain. He's a flip effect that returns a monster to the field, or to the hand, my bad. On to the spell cards. The triple, or not triple, the Power 5 of the format. I was fixing to say Trinity or like that from GOAT. So used to saying that. The Power 5 from this format, the Dark Hole and Raigeki as your monster removal. The Pot of Greed to draw 2. It's, of course, one of the only draw spells. I think it might be the only draw spell in this format. Change of Heart to take control of an opponent's monster until the end of the turn. Monster Reborn, special summon a monster from the grave. These are all like very self-explanatory cards. The Double Swords of Revealing Light. Swords of Revealing Light was a good card at this format too in this time. The sad thing is it was only at 2, or else you would probably be playing 3 in this deck. The Triple Fissure. This is mainly your removal to deal with the Wall of Illusions and stuff like that. It's also very good in combination with stuff like Change of Heart and, where is it at? The Hain. Just because if Hain lives during your turn, well, if it lives during your opponent's turn and they don't attack into or isn't flipped up or anything, when you go into your turn, you can flip up Hain, return the weaker monster. So that way you can fissure the bigger monster. You can also do, it's better with Change of Heart because you can Change of Heart the weaker monster and then fissure the bigger monster if you want to. So you can play around and hit those bigger monsters with fissure. It's just you're going to have a few stuff to do it with. But most of the time I would save my fissures for Wall of Illusions. But in this deck, Wall of Illusion, really isn't that much of an issue because you're stalling to begin with. The Ukazis burn for 800. It was the highest burning spell at this time period in the game. So, of course, you're going to want to play 3 of that in a burn deck. The Final Flame, it's the second highest burn spell at this time. It deals 600. And then onto the trap cards. The triple Waboku. It's just another stall card, and it's very good aggro-wise as well, because if you attack into a Lajin with your Lajin, you can flip it up to let your Lajin live, or vice versa. If your opponent attacks into your Lajin, you can Waboku, so theirs dies and yours live. Most of the time, though, if they're doing that, they probably got something like a Reinforcements or Waboku as well. But again, you can use it aggro as well. It doesn't have to be just a straight stall card. The triple Trap Hole. This is another card that you definitely want to play a 3 of in every deck, even in the stall and gimmicky decks like this one. Whenever opponents summon or normal summons a monster with 1,000 attack or more, it would be destroyed. I would mainly save this card just for like Lord of D if you're playing the Dragon matchup, because Lord of D can be a bit of an issue once they play those 2 blue eyes with the flute. It's very hard to get over that if you don't have one of your power spells. So I would save this for something like Lord of D. Save this for tribute summon monsters, of course. The only normal summon monster that you don't need a tribute that I would save this for that isn't Lord of D would be Lajin. But in a deck like this, he's not that much of an issue to deal with. On to the last card in the deck, and as of course the last trap and last burn card of the deck, Just Desserts. I would wait and save on to this card until your opponent has at least 3 monsters on the board, so you can burn them with 1500. And in a format like this where Raigeki and Dark Hole is legal, most players won't push any more than 2 monsters on the board at a time because of stuff like that. But occasionally 3 monsters will hit the board, and when it does, take advantage of it and then use your Just Desserts to deal with them, because that's basically how you're going to get most of your damage in with this card. And if they are somehow pushing into 4 monsters, which I don't know why you would do that unless if you've got game established, you can burn them through 2K. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be bringing more of this format because I've had a bunch of these decks just built and I've just been too lazy to upload them to YouTube. But yeah, I have a few or one other format that I've been working on that isn't GOAT in this here that I'm bringing to you guys as well. It's Troop Dupe, if you guys don't know what that is. It's a format back in 2007 that happened, and I have a few decks that I'm going to be uploading of that format too, so definitely stay tuned for that if you like that format or know of that format. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I will be bringing more of this whenever I'm not lazy and not wanting to upload. Thank you guys. I'm almost at 200 subscribers at the time of this video is going up, so I thank you guys for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been the Only Bigger in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm signing out.